Hello. How is everybody? I think this is my favorite live ever. No offense to myself. Besides having the beautiful Miss April on a few weeks ago, I love the fact that I get to interview someone today. And so I'm so excited. I will start and open up this Truth Talk Tuesday for any of you who've been living under a rock. And one, I feel like I am so excited, so I can't help myself but talk about Popcon every single day. But it's literally all I think about because I'm so excited. We are going to be talking with our first Popcon speaker today. And before I introduce her, I want to talk to you guys a bit about what is Popcon. Real quick, if you don't know what Popcon is and you don't have a ticket, even more importantly, listen up and get your finger ready to go click on the link in my bio and get yourself a ticket. Do not miss this event, you guys. Popcon is the first of its kind, and I'm telling you, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've been to all the events. And there's a lot of great ones out there, and there's a lot of great speakers, and I have a lot of colleagues and mentors that I have learned from, and this is going to be the best of all of the best. And if you're looking to grow your business next year, and not like, ooh, grow your business, grow your revenue, but like really freaking learn, not more stuff you can find on YouTube, but the how about growing your business and transforming your practice and your mindset about building your business, you have to be at this event. This is going to be for business owners and operators, practice administrators. If you're a practice manager and you want to come and learn, put on that kind of business ownership or business leadership hat, come to this event. We are going to be together in the most beautiful location in Newport Beach in January, the 17th and 18th. January 17th, all day Friday, general session. We're going to have a lineup of literally speakers I have handpicked, and some of them I've had to beg to come to be on the stage because they are in such high demand, but they are excited about the purpose and the cause and the mission of helping to build practices and help you guys differentiate yourself, not be more like other practices, but just to become immune to competition. I am so excited. I see that our speaker has joined, my authority marketing expert for Popcon, and I want to bring her on. So real quick, if you don't know who Heather is, this is going to be a treat for you. You probably do if you follow me because I brag on her stuff all the time, and I literally am a member in her club. She is the founder of a membership program called the Skin Socialite, and you guys, it is like crazy what she does for her people. And she is running a competition this week that is like brand all your stories, and she's put these story templates up. You guys are going to see it plastered all over my Instagram, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, hang on, let me pull her. Let me figure out how to get her to join here. Heather, how can you join? There you are. It's probably fun, Heather, for me to be talking about you and you can't talk back. Ah! Yay! So exciting.
So exciting.
So,
Hi, thanks for having me.
An extra special treat for me too, because I am like, the guest on your podcast, and now I get to be, and you get to be in my hot seat.
I know. I love it. I love it. I love the chance to jump on IG Live, especially because it's such a unique way to just be able to connect. There's not very many platforms that are like this where we can jump on and you can bring somebody on and bring on a guest right there live in a live streaming setting. It's awesome. So thank you for having me.
And, I try to hop on every week, but I mostly just go on a monologue, so this is so fun to be able to chat with you. So Heather, thank you so much for being here today. I know you have the craziest busy schedule, but number one, I'm so freaking excited that you are going to be speaking live in the flesh at Popcon in January.
I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited for it. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I gave a little bit of an overview quickly about Popcon, and we'll probably have more people joining in. And I want to save and record this live so that we can kind of save the video for people that, were busy working today and not able to be on and sneak away.
Right, in the middle of their workday.
Right, I know, right? Like, Get back to work, people. Heather, how do I make more money in my business? Not sit on Instagram. No. So could you give our listeners and viewers an overview about who you are, quick, and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm Heather Terveen, and my mission really truly is to help aesthetic businesses specifically push the easy button when it comes to social media, and to actually use it to actually grow their revenue. So it's not about like vanity metrics. It's about really having an intentional plan to use social media and online marketing in a simple way to just grow their business on autopilot.
Oh my gosh. I feel like with social media, and I have learned a ton just trying to figure it all out, and then I get an article like, oh, algorithms are changing, and it's like, if there was an easy button, I feel like, why wouldn't everybody want to push that?
Right, and that was the goal of the membership, was to help people get out of the weeds of feeling like they're working in social media and they don't get to. They feel like they're stuck in the trenches of it, that they can't actually take a step back and look at how it can be one piece in their overall business development strategy for their practice. I think a lot of times they feel that their hand has been forced to do it, that, their potential patients and current patients are checking them out on social media. So they feel like they have to have a presence there. And this is really about giving practices and clinics and spas the assets and the strategy and what they need, so that they can get out from inside the minutia and step back and really have an intentional strategy that doesn't take dozens of hours every month.
I mean, I'm obsessed with I went and downloaded all of the story templates for your story challenge.
Aren't those great?
Yes, and it just made things clear for me. I was like, oh, well, what? And I, by the way, am in the situation where I'm rebuilding my website because, your business changes and your message and the clarity that you are able to provide for your, clients or patients, or maybe I'm thinking from a practice perspective, they're bringing on new technology or they have new people or,
Right.
So you're always like, oh, how do I keep up with all the changing? And it just made so much sense to me to be like, go to basically take all of that complete global information that you have out there and really simplify it for people. Who are you? What do you do? What are they going to get out of working with you? How do they work with you? It's just genius. So anyway, thank you for what you're doing, not only for aesthetic practices, but I feel like I'm benefiting tremendously.
Oh. Thank you. Yes. It doesn't need to be complex and complicated, but we always have to be reminded that the strategies we teach, and I know you're passionate about this too, no algorithm is going to break what we're teaching. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's
algorithm.
Totally.
Well, and so Heather, it's so interesting. I think people want to know a little bit more about you because you're kind of a fresh face in the old school aesthetic space. It's so interesting how you have a hemisphere of knowledge from an actual practitioner standpoint, and then also your online business savvy. So can you tell us a little bit about how you came to where you are today and what inspired you to found the Skin Socialite?
Yeah, totally. So it's a little circuitous. It's been about a decade actually since, for those of you who don't know, I'm a licensed esthetician and a certified laser tech in the state of Arizona. And I worked in both a plastic surgeon and a cosmetic dermatology office. It was really a med spa. And did that for a number of years until I had children. And then when I had children, I came home and wanted to find a job that I could do from home. And I ended up in the online business and marketing space for really the last decade. And it was only, just a year and a half ago where I actually had the bright epiphany moment to combine the two. And the last year, that's all I do is I focus entirely just on aesthetic businesses and helping them use online marketing to really catapult their growth. And even amongst this last year, I've even narrowed down further to just a really specific offer that I have. And I've gone all in on it because I really saw a need for it in the market. And so basically I have a monthly subscription membership that helps deliver all the assets and content plan and strategy captions, everything you need to actually execute on your social media every month, we deliver to you. And then of course there's training and strategy and community and coaching as well. But really, I just saw a need, like it's, first of all, it's a time saver. And again, it doesn't have to be complicated. So like I said, I consider it, this Skin Socialite, to be like the easy button for your social media needs. So that's how I came to where I am. That is definitely the Cliff's Notes version of my story. I won't go down any rabbit holes of things, over the last 20 years of my work life.
No, thank you. Well, I just think it's important to, just let people know, because I think it's just confusing. There's a lot of companies out there. There are a lot of offers. And I know the last thing your intention is just to be like, oh, this is a better social media strategy than that social media strategy.
No.
Because I've been, as a friend and as a colleague of yours, and we have worked together, collaborated on projects and talked about practices and things, through the process. And obviously, we listen to each other through, problem solving through how to create solutions for needs that practices have. So I watched you really struggle with this thing where you're like, I'm doing all these done for you Facebook advertising. I am literally putting my heart and soul. I understand the nuances of how a practice operates. I am an expert at online business because I've owned an online business. I'm like, that's what I do. But there's this kind of challenge that practices have where they feel like they either have to be that templated kind of cookie cutter agency kind of look on their Instagram, or they have to be, more bespoke and authentic, but then their photos come out it's like, oh, hey, did we take a photo today? Geez, and then it's just kind of not, then the planning process becomes challenging. And so, I think there has to be a middle ground. And I think that's really where you have just taken it, your practices absolutely love not only working with you because of the solution that you provide, which is basically Heather's team takes these beautiful photos and then helps you curate the content and the strategy and then the captions and all the things that go in, and the planning, but also the coaching, so I love what your program's about. And I didn't mean to, I think everybody should be a member of yours, but I don't even think the program's open right now. So I kind of want to talk more about, if people do come to Popcon, what they're going to learn from you and what exposure they're going to get from you.
So, well, I'm super excited for any of you who are coming to Popcon. I can't wait to just roll up our sleeves and actually get into the weeds of helping you with what you're struggling with when it comes to using social media and email marketing and the other things we talk about. What they can expect from me is we're going to come and you're going to get a how-to plan, an actual framework for using social media to actually grow your revenue and your business, so that you have an intentional strategy for getting your followers off of social media and into the doors of your practice. Because, there's nothing worse than just growing a big following for just authority purposes that really doesn't, it might feel good that your neighbor knows you have a big following, but at the end of the day isn't money in the door of your practice. And so the goal really is to have a strategic plan for that. And that's what we're really going to dive into at Popcon.
That's awesome. That's such a good point. I feel like, we can get stuck in looking at that number, right? Like how many followers, and I'm not going to name names, but I have worked with a practice or two who have bought followers and then bought likes, and then you get into this whole, and then the algorithm changes, and
Right.
so what you're saying is we need to really know how are we leveraging that relationship we have with our followers on through our social media to bring them into our ecosystem, right? Within our practice, and then get them to be a part of our family there.
Right. And social media actually should be connected to your practice. So what I mean by that is that when people are inside your practice, they should know that they should connect with you on your social media in the same way that people who are on social media should know what the game plan is for them to eventually book an appointment in your practice. And so oftentimes there's a disconnect there. I mean, and I know from the practices that we've worked with that there's usually a significant disconnect there. And so it's, just helping bringing a really holistic strategy. So it's one piece, it's not this island over here. It's actually one medium of your communication strategy when you are looking at your comprehensive strategy for your practice.
Right. How does it all fit together?
Totally.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Where can you tell people, because I just want everybody, and I know maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you'll do something special and open your cart, maybe just for Popcon or something. I don't know. Like I'm such a bad influence.
Maybe we'll have to talk about it.
I know. Okay. But maybe could you just let everybody know where to find you? So off of, I know I've tagged you here and there, but like just a quick, where you hang out, where to find you, so they can go do a little bit more research on you.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
We're also going to be building a little section on our website, popbizconference.com. Say that 10 times fast. Pop Biz Conference. And we'll have Heather's bio and all the links and stuff there. But tell us a little bit where we can check you out.
Right. So I'm at Heather Terveen pretty much everywhere, like on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to check out our podcast, Aesthetic Success Podcast. You can find it on and go check out the interviews and conversations that Kaeli and I have had over there as well. You maybe put some of those links directly in there so they can jump right to the podcast interviews that we've had and chats we've had there. So you can go to heatherterveen.com/podcast if you want to binge listen to some episodes over there. And then you can get on the wait list for the Skin Socialite over at theskinsocialite.com.
Yay! All right. Well, I hope everybody has a chance to check out Heather. And if you have not got your ticket yet to meet this beautiful face live and see her on stage, oh my gosh, do it before seats are sold out. Thank you so much, Heather, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Can't wait to meet you all in January 2020.
Yay! All right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Kaeli.